Welcome back to another video. This is your host, Paul, and today we're talking about, is SoFi Technologies a buy? So up front, been doing some research into this company lately, and I'm a fan. So I like to start off with, when I'm looking into a company, looking into the CEO. So the CEO for this company, his name is Anthony Noto. He's been a CEO or CFO for the NFL, has a relationship with the NFL. We got SoFi Stadium out west. He's been on the administrative side at other different banks, and he has done a lot of great things for this company. If you watch his interviews, super passionate about what he's doing, what he's run the company through, made it through Rona, student loan pause. He's made this company see it through to the other side of some tough situations. And when I'm diving into a company, I like to start off on the investor relations page. So you type in the company and you want to look at the most recent presentation. Okay, so I got that pulled up here. And we start off by looking at SoFi's members. Look at this, just steady over the years, up and to the right. They're sitting at 9.4 million members, which is a 35% year-over-year increase. Like, that is great. And compared to, I have some notes here, JP Morgan is probably the biggest bank in America. Probably the biggest bank in the world. Need to be fact checked on that, but I know they're very, very big, right? They have 82 million members. So we're a ways away from that, but you can see the steady increase. And I will say about this new age banking, yes, JP Morgan's going to be targeting more of a high net worth, the older generation. But when it comes to this new age banking, once you get in with a non-traditional bank that doesn't have a lot of physical locations, and you're used to that, you're used to banking online, you normally don't go back. So I will say, as the older generation kind of phases out and this newer generation kind of ushered in, like even myself, like I'm a millennial, 31 years old, and I do a lot of my banking online, and I plan to continue doing that. So looking at their products, that steady stair step up. Now we're getting more into their technical side of the business, Galileo Accounts. So this right here, this is probably the bread and butter of SoFi. And I think, I'm not sure, I don't have any inside information or anything, I think if SoFi can get a deal with a big legacy bank and get the big legacy banks to use this technology here, that may drive SoFi price up. When you look at their lending products, trending up and to the right, that's what you want to see, just up and to the right. Everything up and to the right. Looking at all the different financial metrics, all the lending products. Looking at their net revenue, up and to the right. Like, that's what you want to see. You want to see these big numbers, 64% year over year. Like, you want to see stuff like that. Like, this is a pretty earnings report. Losses are becoming less and less. And I like this right here. When we look at their adjusted net revenue, up and to the right, sitting at $689 million. And the earnings before interest, taxes, and debts and amortization, this all that is just saying that it's just looking at the earnings picture before they before they take all this stuff out, right? So it just gives you a more pleasant, a more positive outlook on the business. And you want to see that number going up as well. Looking at the trailing 12 month, so just looking at the past performance, like looking at past performance, like we're stair stepping up to the current time. The EBITDA, same thing, stair stepping up to where we are now. But I want to draw your attention to the net income. This is probably the most important part in a stock's or a company's lifespan. When you go from losing money to making money and you don't look back, that can cause your stock price to stair step up, just like the net revenue increase. So as we see us get away from this and do more of up and to the right, you should see SoFi stock continue to increase. And so now get into what they expect to deliver. Just everything is just up and to the right, just profitable, reporting being profitable for the first time. All these metrics are what you want to see. Tangible book. So the tangible book is essentially all the things or assets that truly back the company and give the company value. You want to see that number grow, and yes, it's growing. The total capital ratio at or above 16%. So if a ratio is between 12 and 15%, that's just indicative of a bank being well capitalized, and so they're at 16. So that's great. And then of course the member growth. Yep, same thing. Well, I've mentioned about the tangible book here. It's also increasing. Yep. And so that's all the important stuff. You can dive deeper into some of the financials, but more of this story is SoFi is looking good right now. So I want to hop over to the charts. So we're over here on Yahoo Finance. I have the Bollinger Bands pulled up. I got a 50-day moving average on the chart, and most of the time, just a simple definition of the Bollinger Band. The stock lives in between the shaded area 98% of the time, and the 2% of the time that it's out of the band, it comes back in. So it does not take a rocket scientist to see if you yourself, because I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that, just some random guy on YouTube. If you were looking at this and you wanted to add this stock to your portfolio, would you buy at the top or the bottom of the band? You would buy it at the bottom. And look at this. Not only is SoFi sitting at the bottom of the band, but it's also sitting on this 50-day moving average line, which provides a line of support. So if I wanted to add this stock to my portfolio, which I'm going to add it, I have it in other portfolios, but I'm going to add it to the public account. I want to add it under 17, and I'll just go ahead and say $20. If it's under $20, I will be adding. We had to hit a recent high of 17 and some change, but if it's in between 17 and 14, I'm going to be adding. I probably won't play call options, not yet, but definitely just adding just straight up stock to the account. And I will say this: Anthony Noto, the CEO, is incentivized to get this stock price up. If SoFi can hit $45 by the middle of 2026, he gets compensated very well. So I think some things that can drive SoFi's price up in the near term, or when I say near term, like over the course of the next 12 months, is if the Galileo platform is adopted by a big legacy bank, check. If SoFi continues to be profitable quarter over quarter over quarter, and they get added into the S&P 500, that would be a game changer. So I'm looking out for those two things this year to see, can we get SoFi out of this $14 to $17 range. So if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. All I ask, if you can just like, comment, subscribe, and until the next time.